Sorry, I got music playing in my head. I don't know why. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as the other video because I'm just recording this right after. I got some time before church. I got an hour, roughly 30 minutes to go over there. But anyway, let's take this out of the packages. Journaling New Testament Inductive Edition. This is the hardcover with the strap. That's what makes me. That's what I really. It's kind of like a mole. Is it moleskin or moleskine or I don't know. Anyway, check it out. It's got like a. I've got one of those notebooks. It's got this little dude. I love that notebook. It's got the little strappy thing on there. Anyway, it's nice. The covering is really. It's really solid. It's not leather. Does it say what it is? Doesn't say. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long day. It says hardcover. It does it. It's not. It doesn't feel like leather. Maybe it's pleather. I don't know. Anyway, open up the paper. Is really nice. Paper's thick. It's not like your regular Bible paper. Your regular Bible paper is really thin. You can. There's a little bit of ghosting. You can see it's not bad. It's not like some Bibles, but it's really good. It's got a little place this belongs to. You can put your name and address. I just want to kind of flip it. I done creased the page. What I did, you can't see it. I creased the page. It's gonna bother me. Let's see. Get through the preface. All right, let's just flip on in there. What I wanted you to see is look at the line spacing. Look at the line spacing. You see, it's got plenty of room to where you can circle or highlight and then make notes in between the lines, in between the lines there. Maybe draw some arrows and stuff. And then it's got a wide margin, or a wide-ish margin. It's not like really wide, but it's got enough room over there where you can jot down some notes. It's got some come on, focus. It's got like topic headings, kind of like my study Bible does. It's got topic headings, and it's got footnotes down at the bottom for certain things. And really, I'm digging it. I really like the paper. This really feels more like a. Come on, autofocus. This really feels more like a notebook. I like that. I like that feeling. Let's see. Weights and measurements. Got some reference in the back. Just simple weights and measurement thing. I don't know why. But it does. It feels really like a notebook. Maybe this is something. They should do an Old Testament. I wonder if they will. An Old Testament and maybe break it down. Because it'd be really thick. Excuse me. Man, lunch is just like saying hello. It'd probably be really thick. It'd probably be really thick if they did it. They could probably be able to do this. But if they broke it down like they did the like the reader said, if they broke it down like that. This does have one ribbon in it. I do wish it had two. It's got one ribbon. It's lay flat too. Check it out. Check it out. It's lay flat. I like it. It's awesome. Binding looks cool too. Anyway, it would probably, if they broke it down like they did the readers, and I'll show you that, it would probably be okay. But I really like it. It feels a lot like a notebook, like a really thick notebook. Anyway, that's the Journaling New Testament Inductive Edition. Yes, I slipped it back in the slipcase. All right, I have not took the plastic off of this yet. So let me do that. And I think he took my keys. I got into it. I need to get all fancy, have like a separate camera to point down. Can't afford that. I got kids to feed. That's icky, but it ain't a deal breaker. Oh, dusty. But it's got a slip case. It's got a slip case on it. If you see it, it really, you see the damage. I don't know if that's damage or what that is. Can't tell if it's like. Oh, okay. It's just where some of it had folded over. Anyway, no big deal. No deal breaker for me. The slip case is nice. Keep everything together. If I can get this out, Matthew. Not Matthew. Listen to me. Not Matthew. Let's have this for shipping. All right. This is the Pentateuch. It's broken down by the Pentateuch, the historical books, poetry, prophets, Gospels and Acts, and the epistles and Revelation. That's Revelation, not plural. It is singular. But this is what. I mean, look at that. I'll take that off of autofocus. But look at the size of it. I mean, I got some pretty meaty hands anyway, but it's just a lot smaller than I was. The cover is not paper. You need to look at it. It doesn't feel like it may have some paper in it, but it's got some coating on it, and it is creased here. So when you open it up, it's creased there. So when you open it up, it knows where to fold. It's got like some kind, it's like vinyl or something. I'm not sure, but the font is awesome. Look at the font. Look at the size of it. That is pretty good. To be such a small book, that's readable. And y'all, I turned 40 this year, and I find myself reading stuff, especially looking at my phone, like moving it further away, trying to see it. But this, I don't. I can like hold it right here, and it's pretty clear. You see that little movement in there? Yeah. But that's pretty clear. The font's pretty clear. It's good size. It does have some headings up at the top that have to do with the page that corresponds. So the text that corresponds there on the page. It's got page numbers. Let me see. I don't think it is. It is not. There are no chapters, no chapter numbers, and no verses. I was just flipping through there. What you get is, come on, you get these breaks. See, it's got like that. Was it Journey to Sinai? Instead of being a different chapter, it gives a topic break. I guess you could call that. Breaks it off into a section. So instead of you getting you get that mental break from a chapter, they give you these. They break it into topical sections, which I guess I can see how that would be better, because when you read the Bible. When you read the Bible, oftentimes it gets broken up with the chapters and verse numbers being in there. You'll get a thought broken up. That's what'll happen. You'll get a thought that's broken up because your mind automatically sees this break in the chapter number or the verse number, or I'll even go as far as saying in like the Inductive, or even my study Bible, or really just anybody, but the passage headings. It'll give it'll like take a section of verses and it'll give it a heading. It'll kind of Peter denies Christ, or Moses on Mount Sinai. And it'll block off a section, and then the next topic or the next theme and the next passage will be blocked off. So we get this mental. We don't realize we're doing it, but we do it, and sometimes these things were told orally at first, but then they were written down, and there were no breaks, there were no verse numbers, there were no chapter numbers. It was just, it flowed, and I've noticed when in doing expository style preaching through a book, you see how things flow. You see you do see a flow to the scripture. You see a flow to the book. Like we've been going through Mark. You see a flow to Mark. You see how this ties back to this and this. But if you didn't do that, you could easily just break it up and just see and not see how one section ties back to another. But I could see how this would be beneficial because there's no breaks in there. So mentally, you would keep this. You would kind of keep the story going. So this is more like a novel without chapters. I like the material. I wish I could have. I bet the cloth over board is really nice too. But I could. These was like I think 35. I think these were like 35. And the cloth over board was like 115 or something. And it does. I mean, the binding is glued. The binding's glued, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's not like it's trying to close on me. When you get to the closer to the front or closer to the back, it will try to close. But I like it. I really like it. I dig it. I can't wait to. I actually want to. My point in buying this. I think it's effective. I think it's good for us to study Scripture. We should study Scripture. We should, mark it up, highlight it, take notes, that kind of stuff. We should study it. That's great, but I think there's times that we need to just read it. We need to just sit back with it and read it. Not looking for something, not focusing on keywords, but just sitting back and just reading Scripture. Just sit down and read a few chapters like you would read a novel, like you would read fiction. Just sit down and read it. It is Scripture is very educational. It is very what's the word I'm looking for? I'm drawing a blank. It does teach us. It reveals stuff to us, but at the same time, it was written in a manner to where it should be entertaining, is what it should be. It should be entertaining. We should not go to Scripture. It's God's holy word. We should not go to it, strictly for entertainment value. But you have things like the historical books that tell a narrative. The poetry, the wisdom books. The epistles. I mean, they're letters. And this stuff is you can sit down and read with, and I think it's healthy for us to do that. We should sit down with it sometimes. But anyway, I'm excited about it. So I got the Reader's soft cover set. I got these from ChristianBook.com. They were I think $34.99, and the Journaling New Testament Inductive Edition. Both of these are English Standard version made by Crossway, and the English, I think that was $25. The inductive edition of the Journaling New Testament, I think it was $25. And just so you know, the video I posted of the Scripture journals, that full set for Old Testament and New Testament was $130. I think it was $140. It was $140. So anyway, I'm excited to get these. As I start to use them, I will vlog and vlog. I don't know what happened to my voice there, but I'll vlog and I'll let you know. Maybe bring you and show you how I'm using it, kind of stuff. But anyway, I just want to say thanks for watching again, and we'll see you guys next time.